So when it comes to Nicki and Jay-Z, everybody's more focused on the money, but I am more keen to focus on the relationship. I've been one to say before that Jay-Z has never went out of his way to personally validate Nicki Minaj, not once. Monsterverse was straight up Kanye's idea. I believe she had said at one point in time, Nicki, don't get mad at me, that she sent Jay-Z the Pink Print, which is named after him, and he didn't give her a verse. He's giving Drake a gazillion verses, he don't even like him. He's giving Khaled a gazillion verses, and come on. For whatever those reasons may be, it simply has never happened. But I like to think all the way back to the Flawless remix. Self-Titled was a breakout moment for Beyonce because it was the first time that she would even be raw and expressive in her music, and she loved the fact like somebody like Nicki could be that sexually expressive. Beyonce didn't even want to sing songs like Blowin' Rocket. In 2014, Nicki was at the height of her career. She was just about to release the Pink Print, and so Beyonce and Nicki got together for the On the Run 2 tour in Paris, and they performed Flawless Remix together. You can see Jay-Z in the background of this picture. That to me is when the relationship probably felt like something not a little bigger, but a lot bigger, because Nicki and Beyonce began to work together at a larger capacity. Jay-Z and that brain, I believe he always had Tidal in mind. I think a lot of people don't understand the way that Jay-Z does business is when a lot of people try to premeditate moves, Jay-Z works with what is on the table. So my speculation is when Beyonce and Nicki worked together and he saw what a great reaction that the world had to Nicki Minaj, he said, oh, we need that influence. Here's how I'll work with her. And Tidal was the way. We never saw Nicki and Beyonce orbit around each other for anything besides Tidal. The Feeling Myself came out exclusively for Tidal. The Tidal 10-20 performance that they did together was great, but it was only for Tidal. Everything that they did was for Tidal. Listen, Nicki Minaj versus Blind Loyalty has been a thing in the hearts of many for years, especially on Twitter. I believe that Nicki saw inking that Tidal deal being like, all right, I'm tapped in, like we're tapped in. No. I do believe that Nicki's influence contributed greatly to Tidal, but it was not enough, obviously, to make Tidal long-term successful. And so when Jay-Z did sell it, a lot of people felt like, yo, I gave this, this, and this, and they were shortchanged. But Jay-Z was already on to the next venture. You see how his brain works? And when I say this is more relationship focused, it's also the fact that I believe that Nicki wants people to see Jay-Z differently, but I just don't know if people are going to view Jay-Z being a capitalist as a problem because Americans are capitalists. Although pivotal times in people's careers were leveraged for Tidal, Nicki also had an axe to grind with Spotify at the time because Spotify wasn't counting streams to sales. But I don't feel like she owed them that Tidal deal. And I also don't feel like the New Girls owe Nicki blind loyalty because Nicki shouldn't have been blindly loyal to as many people as she was blindly loyal to. And so approaching the New Girls for her label in the same way that the Carters approached her, expecting people to just do what she says because that's what she did, isn't really realistic. I see a world where Nicki says, hey, thanks for the opportunity, guys. However, I'm going to go over here and sign with Apple Music. She does that with Drake, and she works those perks that way. Because Tidal and that loyalty she gave Jay-Z, kind of by way of Beyonce, but yes, also Jay-Z, that little $1 million they offered her pales in comparison to what she probably would have made if she did the other thing. But that's just